All right, when we left off, we were talking about the granting clause. There are 4 major granting clauses, and they are verbiage specific, meaning when it says this, it means this. So what I want you to do in your book somewhere, on page 104, where it says, I, Raymond Modulin, convey and warrant. That's the first bullet point. When you use those words, you are meaning a general warranty deed. So write general warranty deed. General warranty deed. Now, what I want you to do, for those of you at home and here, flip over to page 106, down near the bottom, general warranty deed. Let's look at this deed. This deed is the big Mama Luca. It's the one everybody wants, and probably 90% of all sales go through a general warranty deed. Now, we were talking the other day, and this is another example of where if they say warranty deed, by definition, they mean general warranty deed. When we talk about the next one, they'll identify it specifically if they want this one. So when someone says warranty deed, they mean general warranty deed. The general warranty deed has 5 warranties, or 5 covenants. All right? And here's what these general warranty deeds says. Number 1, or the first covenant, is called the covenant of cession. I would learn that word. Remember I told you one day that a lot of questions ask you something and you need to know what the word means to answer the question? They love this word. The covenant of cession they throw in because most everybody forgets it. The covenant of cession says, I own the property and I have the right to sell it. That's my first guarantee. That's the first guarantee the seller's making to the buyer. I guarantee I own the property and I have the right to sell it. The second covenant is called the covenant against encumbrances. This says, I as the seller agree to remove all of the encumbrances that I can. Because remember, what are some of the encumbrances we just talked about the other day? A lien is an encumbrance. That's one I can remove. I'll pay my loan off. What's one that we can't remove? Easements. And that's an encumbrance, remember? So an easement would not fall into this warranty because remember what's the term that I said about an easement? It runs with the land. Or the other term I used, it survives the closing. I cannot get rid of an easement, but I can pay my lien off, bring my taxes current, pay off the mechanic's lien. I can't get rid of the alley. I can't get rid of the utility easement. Those will survive the closing and transfer to the next owner. So the covenant against encumbrances says, I will remove all the encumbrances that are possible. Some of them may not be. Those that run with the land. My neighbor needs to cross my land to get to this property. Can't remove that. Can't remove IPL's power line, but I can bring my lien current and pay it off. So that's the second warranty the seller guarantees. The third one, and I like to jump around once again, is called the covenant of quiet enjoyment. The covenant of quiet enjoyment says, I promise you, Mr. Buyer, that there is no third-party person coming after you for the ownership of this house unjustly. And that's key, because that doesn't promise foreclosure or lien, anything like that. This is unjustly, all right? So I'm promising you there's nobody out there coming after the property. And if you don't buy that promise, go back to one more. The other fourth covenant is called further assurance, the covenant of further assurance, which says, if I was wrong about that one, about the quiet enjoyment one, further assurance says, I promise to help you. So if someone pops up out of the weeds, I promise to help you. That's for the covenant of further assurance. And then the last one, or the fifth one, is, guess what? I warranty this forever. If you've ever bought a house and then sold it, moved into your next house, and you sold through a general warranty deed, you're still on the hook for that other house. Now, most likely it's your insurance company. All right? So what the general warranty deed says is this. I own the house. I'll remove all the encumbrances. There's nobody out there coming after you. If they are, I will help you, and I promise these forever. There's not much more I can promise you than this general warranty deed that would make you satisfied when buying a house. All right? In our purchase agreement, in the MIBOR purchase, well, it's the state of Indiana, it says seller to convey a general warranty deed. So it literally stipulates it in our purchase agreement. It's already pre-printed. Okay? So we ask for, the buyer asks for this. Okay? Now flip back to page 104. The second type of clause, it would say, I, Raymond Modulin, remise, release, alienate, and convey. That is a special warranty deed. A general warranty deed has how many promises? Everybody say it. 5. Special warranty deed doesn't have 5. It has 2. So we've dropped down from 5 down to this special warranty deed has 2. Special warranty deed says this. We own the house, and while I owned it, I did nothing to encumber it. I didn't go get a lien on it, wasn't involved in a court suit, didn't any of that. Notice what it's missing. It's missing quiet enjoyment. They're not guaranteeing there's not somebody out there that may be looking for this house. They're not guaranteeing to even help you, further assurance, and they're certainly not guaranteeing it warranty forever. All they're saying is we own the house, and while we owned it, we did nothing to it. Who sells through special warranty deeds? Bank-owned homes. HUD homes. All sells through special warranty. So what that tells you is, once the bank sells it to you, we out. We're no longer in this line. If you come to us looking for questions or answers, we're going to tell you, didn't sell you a general warranty deed. We sold you special warranty deed, which does not have further assurance, so don't call me again. That's a problem you got. Okay? So let's look at this. Let me do this. I've got a house. Go pick on Chavez since he started this. And I sell the house to him. And I sell it through a general warranty deed. General warranty deed, once again, has how many? 5. Sears comes knocking on his door and says, hey, we put a roof on this house 2 years ago. We never got paid for that. We want our money. Chavez is going to go, okay, time out. Whoop. I bought this just 2 weeks ago from Raymond under a general warranty deed, and Raymond promised what? There's no one out there, and he was wrong. He also promised further assurance and warranty forever. So Chavez is going to call me and go, hey, Raymond, we got an issue. Somebody's standing at my front door, says we owe him money, and I've got an insurance policy. You got to make this right. See how we're going so far? Now let's change the story. I sell this to you as a special warranty deed. Sears comes knocking at the door, says, we did this 2 years ago, you owe us money. He goes, okay, time out. He turns to me and goes, hey, somebody's at my front door wanting money. I'm like, I sold you a special warranty deed. It does not have further assurance. So think of it like you didn't get full coverage. You got slightly less than full coverage. So now you theoretically are on your own.
Can Sears do that?
Don't throw logic into this.
Okay.
The answer is yes. Yeah. Anytime there's a lien on a property, you can go.
Wouldn't that lien be disclosed during closing?
Only if it's recorded.
And how is it recorded? Okay.
bought the house from, Chavez bought the house from you. You checked for liens, there's no liens, now you own the house.
There's no publicly recorded liens. I'm about to rock your world, dude.
Can they put a lien on it after the sale? Like 2 years later, you've been in the house?
I don't want to answer that. Can they put a lien on it after the sale? Legally, yes. But there is a time period. Otherwise, liens go stale. Or recording can go stale. Documents go stale. They can't record after if it's not recorded in a proper time. All right? But remember, I'm teaching you the rules and the laws. In the real world, things are different. So for right now, the example I'm giving you is, I did not sell him a general warranty deed. I sold him a special warranty deed, which doesn't have that protection. So when banks sell to a bank-owned home, they're out. You can't call them. Now, theoretically, once again, what did Chavez pay for the house of a special warranty deed versus what he would have paid for a general warranty deed? Anybody? Do you guys all know that, banks sell for less? Do you know why now? Because he took a little more risk by buying this special warranty deed, which only has 2, than he took by buying a general warranty deed, which has 5. That risk equates to what? A lower purchase price for him. So theoretically, he bought this house below market value. Even if Sears comes in and says, you owe us $4,200, okay, I'll give you the $4,200 to settle lien. Now I'm back to market value. That's why, theoretically, banks should sell for less. So if you had 2 identical properties, which you know you can, I've already proved that, but I'm going to wave my magic wand and make 2 identical properties. One sells by mom and pop through a general warranty deed, and the other is a bank-owned home selling through special warranty deed. Are they the same value? No. Now you know why bank-owned HUD homes properties should sell for less. Because you are taking a risk in the form of not getting further assurance, warranty forever, quiet enjoyment. You're taking that risk. He's literally rolling the dice and hoping no one shows up. If they don't, he made a deal. If they do, theoretically, the price he paid for the bank-owned home should have been low enough that if he settles up with Sears, he's still at market value.
Is that where you see the as is?
No, as is means that somebody is not willing to fix a proper, whatever the inspection finds. All right, it just means, typically, when I tell my agents, and there's an agent in my group that I continually butt heads with, and I told him, when you get to 90 million, you can make the decision. Until then, I make the decision. As is means that typically the seller has no money. That's what you read into that. You know, he argues, well, I just don't want to deal with painting, so I'm going to put it as is. No, typically sellers don't have the money to fix something, so they'll sell it as is. Your price should reflect whatever the defect is on that. If it's a $100,000 house, but it's got $4,000 in defect, then your as-is price is $96,000. All right? It's the same concept with this. If the house is selling mom and pop general warranty deed at 100, Chavez probably should have paid 96 for the bank-owned home. And that's simply, right now, we haven't even got to any of the repairs that might be. This is just simply based on the title problem that he's getting. He's taking more risk by buying a bank-owned home for this reason. All right? General, 5. Special, 2. Go back to the other page and let's look at the 3rd granting clause. I, Raymond Modulin, grant, bargain, and sell. This is a bargain and sale deed. Bargain and sale deed. Now flip over to 107 and see a bargain and sale deed. A bargain and sale deed basically is a sheriff's sale deed. And you know what it says? It doesn't have 5 guarantees. Heck, it doesn't even have 2 guarantees. It now has 1 implication. we're pretty sure we own this. Think about when a sheriff sells a house. How does he know to sell that house? Because the bank told him to, right? So I'm taking the bank's word. Bank comes in and says, we own this house, can you sell it? Okay. So they'll sell it as a bargain and sale deed, which is pretty sure we own the property. Once again, you got general warranty deed up here, special warranty deed. Now you got this bargain and sale deed down here. It's even lower. So prices should be even lower because you're taking now more of a risk.
Is that the attraction, the lower price?
Typically, that's the attraction. Flip back one more time. 104. The last one is I, Raymond Modulin. What's it say? I lost my... Remise, release, and quitclaim. All right, ding, 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 ding. Pet peeve number one in the real estate world. Please, please listen to me, because if you say this wrong, I will hang up on you and let you call me back. It is a quitclaim deed. It is not a quick claim deed. I had a guy call me once and goes, quitclaim deed? I was like, I don't even think there is such a thing. And he goes, well, what kind of instructor are you? And hung up on me. Obviously the one that knows the difference. It's a quit, as in I quit. That's what it means. I quit. Now, it happens quickly, and it gets recorded quickly, but it's a quitclaim deed. A quitclaim deed transfers my interest in a property, whatever that interest is, to the grantee that accepts the quitclaim deed. All right? Any investors in here? Everybody's afraid to raise their hand. I don't want to talk to them. You have? Good. I don't want to pick on you. I'm already picking on you. I got to pick on someone else now.
I deal with.
You deal with investors. I got a property at 1327 North LaSalle Street. I'll sell it to you, quitclaim deed right now, $1,000. Want to do the deal? $100. $100. Give me $100. I'll quitclaim the property to you. All right? Is that a good idea? Yes or no? No. Why? Do what? You do not know my interest in the property. So I'm going to take your $100, quitclaim the property over, and by the way, the HOAs do. You're 2 months behind on your taxes. And all of that now goes with there. Now, that's not the case in real life, so don't think that. But the point I'm trying to prove is my interest in the property is I'm behind on the mortgage, haven't paid the taxes, HOA's due, needs the lawn cut, all of that. And when I quitclaim my interest to you, that's what you get.
But people looking for a bargain might be all right with that, right?
Might be. You want to do the deal? You got a $100 bill? I'll give you this mother right now. You also have the repairs, and you get the tenant and deal with the tenant and all of that. So I may be upside down on it too. All right? So a quitclaim is used to transfer property quickly, but there are no guarantees, no implications, nothing. It just transfers interest from one party to the other. So let me ask you a question. If that's the case, then why the heck do we even have a quitclaim deed? Sometimes there might be a person willing to take that risk. We'll give you a half a credit for that one. All right? Yeah.
I did a quitclaim deed with my ex.
Here we go.
Because he's no longer living in the property. I want to fix the property up. I don't want him to benefit from the sale of that property.
I'll give you 80%. You were right on it to the very end. You used a quitclaim deed between your ex and you. Why did you do that? Why did you trust him? She didn't trust me on this with my property. Why did you trust him? And maybe you don't. That's why he's your ex, but that's not what I'm talking about. Why did you trust his quitclaim deed? Say it again. Because you knew his interest in the property. See, the difference, the example I just gave you, why Tiffany didn't take my house, she has no idea what's in my house. Or maybe it was Dusty that wanted it. Has no idea what my interest is. Here's a sneaky, if I was really a shyster, maybe my interest is nothing. Maybe I'm lying to you and scamming. I'll take the $100, sign the quitclaim deed and roll, all right? In an example of where it's used most often, it's between parties that know the other party's interest. The most common one you see is husbands and wives getting divorced. One will quitclaim their interest to the other because they know that, hey, he bought a quitclaim deed. I was with him. We were married. I'm sorry, misspoke. He bought a general warranty deed. He was with him when I bought it because we were married. So if he transfers his interest to me, what is it? It's a general warranty deed. I know that because I was with him. Partners, family members, husbands and wives. Those are common issues where you would use a quitclaim deed because it does work quickly. There's no involvement in it, and you know the other party's interest. That's typically what a quitclaim deed is used for. Now, I can do it, like you said. I could sell it to you right now for $100 at a quitclaim deed. There's no law that says I have to sell a general warranty deed. The only difference is you're not going to pay me $100,000 for my $100,000 house on a quitclaim deed. You're going to want a reduction in price. How much reduction? That's up to you and me, and we can negotiate. I'll sell you my $100,000 house for $20,000 at a quitclaim deed. You want to do the deal? Yeah, I might. Like you said, at $20,000, how much can be on it? Even if it's $40,000 behind, I can catch the 40 up, and now I got $100,000 for 60. So it's possible. There's no law that says I can't use any of these four. The most common is the general warranty deed. The other thing a quitclaim deed does is remove a cloud. Finger quotes for those of you at home. A cloud is something on the deed that looks funky. A good example are females that buy a house in a single name, and then when they go to sell, they have a different name. Or vice versa. They're married when they buy it, and they go to sell, and they're single, they took their old name back. You know? I signed documents Raymond Modulin, and then I signed Raymond D. Modulin. Is there a chance that could be different people? Yes.
Would you normally pay cash for a quitclaim deed?
Yes, you normally would pay cash because no lender is going to want to get on the hook for that. No lender is going to want to give you money. And now you see the reason why we have title, because no lender is going to want to get on the hook for a property where you walk into it $40,000 upside down because you didn't know the interest.